the kids that have the least in many cases when they're growing up tend to be the best with their money when they get older. Is it about our system that has not provided the education on a financial level that it's probably one of the lowest, if you want to call it financial IQ, I would say people's financial IQ is probably on the lower end of all other things that people know about. It's mind-boggling to me why there's such a disconnect. What do you think?
It's a great question. It's one that I haven't really thought about in terms of how did we get here and why are we here? Because it actually doesn't make any sense. When you think about how much information is available to each of us as consumers, our own finances at our fingertips, right? There's dozens, if not hundreds of apps that you can go get your credit score from, right?
Yep.
We already talked about the ability to see your finances on your banking app and on. So it's not for lack of tools. I've never seen in any kind of formal education, any preparation around what does it look like when you're 30 years old and you're buying your first home. There's never been any conversations around that. And I'll be honest, those conversations weren't happening in the house I grew up in.
Yeah, me either. I'm going on. I figured it out on my own and still figuring it out.
My kids are 29, 27, and 25, and we weren't really having those conversations. Mainly because I didn't want to talk about that stuff after 6 o'clock. That's what I did all day long.
I've tried this with my kids because if you were to ask my kids, they probably would tell me that I talk too damn much. So can you please shut up and stop telling us things? I would really appreciate it if you would stop. But they don't want to hear it really. They really don't. Because if you're a 16, 17, 18-year-old kid, you don't care. School and it sucks and you don't want to be there. You don't care about the War of 1812. You don't care about, all you want to do is hang out with your friends, or maybe you're obsessed with a sport or whatever. That's what children do. And that's why I have a whole problem with the whole school system as it is, just in how we teach kids. It's like teaching them to be employees, but that's a whole other thing. Money is not exciting until you realize, okay, wait a minute. I got to pay rent. I got to pay my utilities. I got to buy food. I got to pay gas. It's ironic. The kids that have the least in many cases when they're growing up tend to be the best with their money when they get older, because they come from a place of famine, and they know no, I'm not going to do, I got to buckle down. That's why I think the Gen Z, when talking with Ali and all that, I believe that they're better equipped in a lot of cases to kind of get to a place where they understand this better, because they went through with their parents or in their household that 7, 8, 9, 10, where mom lost their job, dad lost his job, the retirement account's nothing, dad's working in his 70s now because all of that occurred while they were in that impressionable age. And so now they're getting out into the workforce and they're going, I don't need the fancy car. I don't need the credit card. I don't need the nice clothes. I can make it all work and do what I want because I want to have freedom. And I think you see that more and more with that generation.